So I've daily drove Linux, specifically Pop! OS, for an entire year now, and I also drive Manjaro on my other computer, which I will show you. But as a gaming machine, overall, considering I'm not very good at Linux, it's been a pretty fantastic experience. It's not perfect, but I just wanted to show you, which I would say I'm an amateur user, my experiences with it. Let's get into it. So all I did to get started is I just went into Pop! OS's website here, and you can click if you have the NVIDIA driver, or this one would be if you have the AMD. And this computer that you're seeing right here is the NVIDIA computer, and I'll show you my other one after. But yeah, once you download the file, which I had to do it yesterday because I put a new hard drive in this computer here, then you just go find the file wherever you downloaded it, and then right click it, and you click make as a, I think it says like make as a boot file or whatever. Literally right click it, find the stick, and you're good to go. And it burns it. Pop this into computer. I'm not going to show you, there's millions of tutorials on how to get Pop! OS installed. I didn't want to make a video about that. I just wanted to explain, like, I'm pretty amateur when it comes to Linux. And then sure enough, I think it took like 20 minutes to get it reinstalled. As like I said, I put a new SSD in this, but then you just go to this store and you just start searching for things. So if you type in like Brave, then you just click here, obviously I've installed it, and then you install it. So you can see down on my thing, I installed the Signal Messenger, I installed Lutris, which is for games, like if you get them off like GOG. You could also use this for Epic Games. I haven't actually tried that yet, I might try that. So I installed Brave, LibreWolf, and I think this comes pre-installed, but I actually use each browser for a different thing. So I think that's all I use. Oh yeah, and then I edit my low budget videos with this program right here. And you literally type all those things into this. And I did this in like minutes. And you're ready to go. Like if you want, you could go Steam. I'll show you on the other computer, but there it is. This is not my gaming PC. I do kind of play games on this sometimes, but yeah, if I wanted to install Steam, just right from there, you don't even have to go like, you know, like on Windows, you would have to go into one of these browsers and individually type all these programs up. Like I didn't even use like the terminal at all. I just did this all from here, and it's so fast. I got this thing up and running. Honestly, the hardest thing was just to get back into some of my accounts because I had forgotten some of the usernames. But yeah, the experience is not perfect, don't get me wrong. And if you switch to Linux, trust me, you're gonna have to use the terminal sometimes. And I think that kind of comes from, so you can get different versions of these Linuxes. Like this is the GNOME version, and then there's the one that looks like Windows. I don't even know. And then there's a bunch of other kinds where the desktop looks different. So I think a lot of times that's where the terminal comes in, because the user's like, I don't know what you're using, do it this way, and here's the code in the terminal. So sometimes you have to use the terminal. But honestly, like for everything that I set up with this Pop! OS right here, it's good to go. And then game compatibility, I don't have exact numbers, but there's a website you can go on to. Let's see if we could find it here. We'll try this guy. And if you just type in a game, Ease 8 Proton DB. Oh, I don't know what I did. There you go. That's Ease 8, and it has a platinum rating. That means you can run it on Linux. And you just look for the ratings on this site, and you can read the comments if you need any help. But man, has gaming ever changed? I guess Steam did this. And then we'll look over on this computer. This is my computer that has Manjaro on it. And this is, so that Pop! OS is based off of Ubuntu. This is based off of Arch Linux. I was told that this is better, but because it like updates more frequently and stuff like that. I'm not sure that I've noticed a difference. I picked Manjaro because it seemed to be pretty similar in the sense to Pop! OS, that basically you just install it and it's ready to go. So literally I did the exact same thing for this. So this is their version of the software store, but this installed, I went into here and you can just start searching like this, and then you search in, and funny thing is I'm really bad with updates. I like to slack, but anyways, yeah, you just search and you install bit by bit. So on this computer, this is my gaming PC, Lutris, Steam, and literally Steam's amazing. Like you literally install Steam and the games work. like just like that. Lutris, like I said, you would use this for Epic Store or for GOG games, or I guess if you had other standalone games, and it's pretty easy. You literally, like, it can run Windows games. You just have to assign it like the exe file, and then the game starts up and goes. Like I said, like I don't know, it's probably like an 80% compatibility rate. Like the biggest thing, but it doesn't really apply to me, so I haven't had too many issues. Maybe my lack of Linux knowledge had me having a couple issues, but I beat a few things on this already. I've beaten, what games? Crash Bandicoot. I have the Insane trilogy. I've beaten, The Messenger, the ninja game. I don't know. I think I've beaten like 5 games on this, and I've had like no issues. The Steam game that I'm playing right now, I'm playing this game, I Am Setsuna. On this game, I did notice a couple issues. This is the first game that I had some issues on. It probably won't show. It's not going to show up here. It doesn't look like it. But I can almost see, like, it's hard to say. It looks like banding, like color banding or something. I don't know. It's minor, though. It doesn't bother me. But it's the first time I noticed an issue in a game. And then I noticed, this is my Switch Pro controller. This game, it would work, like it does work, but it had lag, so I just plugged in a wired PC controller for this. But that's the first time I noticed that, because I use the Switch Pro controller for everything. One other thing that I noticed with Linux gaming, and maybe other people have had better experiences, I've had trouble getting an Xbox controller to work. I don't overly care. It's not, truth be told, I kind of like the Switch Pro controller better. I believe if I hardwire the Xbox controller, it works. But the wireless, I believe, was giving me the trouble. Because I have hardwired a PS4 controller, and that was no issue. But wireless, with the Switch, no problem. Like I said, this is the only game that's given me trouble. This is kind of a lower budget title, though. Like, I don't even think I paid that much for it. I feel like I got it on a Steam winter sale last year. But yeah, overall, my experience has been good. It's not perfect. Like, honestly, like, if you want no hassle, Windows gaming generally is going to be like way better. But Windows is just so annoying now with the like Microsoft account, the PIN number, just all the advertisements and stuff in your Windows operating system, and it's just slow and annoying. Even like I find that the drivers, like, so this is an AMD, this computer right here, Towers right here. This is an AMD. I think, don't quote me on the graphics card. I bought it a year ago, but it's equivalent to like a NVIDIA 3060. And the cool thing is that the AMD, just with Linux, it just works. You install the AMD version and the drivers are just good to go. And you literally install Wine and Steam and you're done. That's it. And you're ready to play. NVIDIA, you just have to make sure you select the NVIDIA version. I forget for Manjaro, you probably have to install Manjaro and then install the NVIDIA drivers. I can't remember. I've honestly been running this guy for almost a year as well. I actually had Pop! OS on here, and I switched like 2 months after to Manjaro. Like I said, though, I'm kind of considering going back to Pop! OS on this computer because I really don't notice a difference. Pop! OS is a little bit slower than Manjaro. That's one thing I do notice, like for boot times. But to me, it's pretty minor. I think other people would have issues with it. But that's just a quick video on my gaming experiences. And overall, it's been fantastic. I will not be switching back to Windows. I don't see any issues with it. Like I said, it can be daunting for some, but there's so many great tutorials out there to deal with like Linux and Linux gaming. And they have that site, that ProtonDB, which helps you find all the games that work. And literally, like, even I'll just go through my Steam library and I'll just run a game and see if it goes or not. But anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day.